Is Russia's new Oreshnik missile a nuclear game-changer or just the world's most expensive public relations stunt? Why are mysterious explosions rocking oil tankers in the Shadow fleet? And despite what the doomscrollers say, is the Ukrainian frontline actually collapsing? Or are we just looking at the map wrong? It is January 2026. The winter is brutal, the politics are messy, and the GUR just dropped their greatest hits list. We are breaking down the latest intelligence from the ground. Let's dive in. First up, let us talk about the weapon everyone is whispering about, Oreshnik. Russia has been parading this hypersonic missile around like a shiny new toy, but military experts are calling their bluff. According to Major Janis Sladens of the Latvian National Guard, using this weapon for conventional strikes makes zero economic sense. Here is the tech breakdown. The Oreshnik's unique feature is that it separates into 6 individual warheads. To actually intercept it, you have to hit it before those modules separate, which happens at an altitude of over 100 kilometers, basically space. Once they separate, they fall with massive kinetic energy, essentially acting like man-made meteorites. But here's the catch. Without a nuclear payload, these meteorites do not actually do that much damage relative to their cost. Assessment reports show the damage from recent strikes was surprisingly limited. It did not blow up a gas station, and it did not cause a firestorm. So why use it? Analysts believe this is a public relations trick aimed squarely at Donald Trump and the West. It is a message that says we can, specifically timed to show Russian dissatisfaction with recent US moves in Venezuela and the seizure of Russian ships. It is expensive theater. And no, they are not likely to put a nuclear weapon on it, because that ends the game for everyone. While Russia plays with missiles, Ukraine is hitting them where it actually hurts, the wallet. We have reports of drone strikes hitting 2 major tankers, the Delta Harmony and the Matilda, right in the port of Novorossiysk. These are not just random ships. They are part of the notorious Shadow fleet, vessels used by Russia to bypass Western oil sanctions. The Delta Harmony sometimes sailed under the alias Orion Harmony and was loading oil from the Caspian Sea pipeline when it was targeted. President Zelensky has confirmed this is a coordinated pressure campaign, and it is working. Estimates suggest that at least 20% of Russia's Shadow fleet is currently halted or disrupted. This is economic warfare at its finest. If Russia cannot insure these ships and cannot dock them safely because Ukrainian sea drones are hunting them in the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, the oil money that fuels the war machine starts to dry up. But the war on the ground is grim. We are in the middle of a harsh winter, much colder than last year. Russia is weaponizing General Frost, launching massive combined strikes of nearly 300 drones and missiles in a single wave to freeze the civilian population. Cities like Kyiv, Kharkiv, and Odessa are constantly losing power, but there is a new, nastier tactic emerging. Russian Shahed drones are now dropping mines, specifically the PTM-3 anti-tank mines and the insidious PFM-1 pedal mines. The pedal mine is a nightmare. It is small, hard to see in the snow, and extremely dangerous to handle. You cannot just defuse it, you have to destroy it on sight. They are dropping these not just on the front lines, but in the rear, on roads and in cities, to paralyze logistics and terrorize civilians. It is a strategy designed to make normal life impossible. Despite the gloom, Ukrainian intelligence, the GUR, has been incredibly effective. There has been a lot of talk in Russian media trying to discredit GUR chief Kirilo Budanov, claiming he is just a filmmaker with no results. So let us look at the top 10 GUR operations that prove otherwise. At number 10, the liberation of the aggregate plant in Vovchansk, a story of brutal close-quarters combat. Number 6, Operation Mali. Remember when Wagner mercenaries were ambushed by Tuareg rebels in Africa? That was linked to Ukrainian intelligence operations. Number 5, the destruction of the Black Sea fleet using sea drones. Ukraine has no navy, yet they crippled the fleet of a superpower. Number 3, Operation Sinitsia. This was the defection of a Russian Mi-8 pilot who flew his helicopter to Ukraine. It was a massive psychological blow to the Kremlin. Number 1, deep intelligence penetration. That means covert agents working inside Russian headquarters, ports, and defense industries. Now let us address the elephant in the room, the geopolitics. Donald Trump is claiming that Putin is ready for peace and will not invade further. It is the peace through strength pitch. But the reality on the ground tells a different story. Each time peace talks are mentioned, Russia increases attacks to improve its bargaining position. Moscow appears to be using a strategy called escalate to de-escalate. And finally, let us bust a myth. You might hear online that the Ukrainian front is collapsing. Is it? Let us look at the math. In the last year, Russia occupied about 3,891 square kilometers of territory. To put that in perspective, that is roughly the size of a single small district in Latvia or the state of Rhode Island. After a full year of massive offensives by the largest country on Earth, they have not taken a single major regional capital. They are stuck in the mud, taking tactical wins, but failing strategically. The war has shifted. It is no longer just about trenches. It is about behavior, endurance, and economic strangulation. The skies are dangerous, the ground is mined, but the defense holds. Stay warm, stay informed, and do not believe the panic. See you in the next one.